Hey everyone, I'm back and I want to talk about diet. How to lose weight, how to gain weight, what kind of foods you need to eat, all that stuff. So, without further ado, people ask me all the time, how do I lose weight? The only factor that matters at the end of the day is calories. Calories in versus calories out. So every day you expend a certain amount of calories just breathing to keep your heartbeat going, to basically to keep all of the cells functioning the way that they do. You need a certain level of energy. That's your basal metabolic rate. Any exercise or movement you do on top of this will just cost more calories. So the more you move, the more calories you burn. Weight loss is just a simple math equation. Energy can't be created or destroyed. If you consume a certain amount of calories, it either needs to be expended or it's stored. So when you consume calories and you go and you work out, those calories are used up to do that work. However, if you don't and you eat in a surplus of calories, it needs to go somewhere, and where it goes is it's converted into body fat. Say you've burned 2,500 calories in a day and you only ate 2,000. This means that the energy for you to live, that 500 more calories that you have expended, has to come from somewhere, and it's going to come from your own body. So it burns the adipose tissue, the fat, to create ATP because it doesn't have the calories to do so. When you're in a surplus, say you consume 2,500 and you only burnt 2,000, that extra 500 has to go somewhere. So it's stored as adipose tissue, it's stored as fat. So when it comes to diet, people ask, what kind of foods should I eat? The best kind of foods you can eat is foods that you enjoy that are low calorie dense foods. So foods that have a lot of physical volume but very little calories. That way it leaves your stomach feeling full, but has the least amount of calories so that you can have a better chance of losing weight or staying in a calorie deficit. Some people do keto and they say it worked really well, and it works through calorie restriction. When you do a keto diet, it essentially removes a lot of the foods you would normally eat and therefore gives you less options of what to eat. And inadvertently, this causes a calorie deficit. You no longer eat as many calories as you used to, and then that results in weight loss. This is why keto only works for some people, and why carnivore only works for some people, and why this diet only works for some people, and this diet only works for some people, and for other people, these diets don't do anything at all, and that's just because they continue to eat just as many calories as they used to. People ask me all the time if they need to do cardio to lose weight. The answer is you don't need to. All right, the more cardio you do, the more energy you expend, the more calories you expend. So, if you do cardio every day and you burn 200 extra calories, that's 200 more calories you can eat and stick to the same rate of weight loss as before. So, if you don't do cardio, you'll have to be more strict on your calories. Whereas if you do cardio, you'll have a little bit more wiggle room to eat a little bit more, or whatever. Maybe you just create a bigger deficit and you lose weight faster. But yeah, cardio is not necessary for weight loss. Cardio is good and great for your health. It's great for your heart, but it's not necessary for weight loss at the end of the day. Yeah, so a diet that works best. The best diet you could possibly do is a calorie deficit that consists of foods that you love and can stick to the rest of your life. If you try to lose weight fast, if you severely restrict the foods you can eat, if you severely restrict your calories, if you up your cardio immensely, you can't stick to that, right? So you'll lose maybe 10 pounds in 1 month maybe, and then once you hit your goal weight or whatever it is, you're no longer going to have the drive to do that ridiculous amount of cardio, to stay in that ridiculous calorie deficit. And so your weight just jumps right back up to where it was. What I suggest is just a slight deficit, maybe like 100, 200 calories, and keep doing that very long term. Make lifestyle changes that are sustainable. So for me, my diet's really simple. I eat all the foods that I want to eat. I just focus more on low calorie dense food. So I eat, lots of corn and Brussels sprouts, and that fills me up quite a bit. And then I have a lot of flexibility to eat whatever I want. For the rest of my food groups and the rest of my meals, I go out to eat often. If I know I'm going out to eat, if I know I'm going to have like a 1,400 calorie meal, my breakfast, instead of being 800 calories, is probably going to be 400. And my lunch, instead of being 1,000 calories, is going to be maybe 600. So it leaves me just a little more wiggle room to be able to go out and eat like high calorie dense foods. Long story short, the best diet you could possibly do to lose weight is a calorie deficit that is sustainable and maintainable. And that's it, folks. Peace.